John, what more do we know about this and whether Iran was behind it, whether it's connected to these other attacks?
Difficult to know at these early hours, George, exactly what was behind this attack on the USS Mason. We're obviously still sorting through the operational details. We're obviously glad that the ship wasn't damaged and no crew were hurt and the missiles fell far short. But again, we're looking into the details on this.
And what more do we know now about the latest on the hostage release?
Well, we're into day 4 now, and so our hope and expectation is yet another installment of hostages will get released sometime later today. There have been delays in the past couple of days. We'll see if we have to work through any delays today. As you heard the president say yesterday, we would very much like to see this pause continue and more hostages exchanged as a result. And Israel has said they're willing to do that. It's really going to be up to Hamas now to determine whether they're willing to come up with more hostages in coming days.
We see those pictures of Abigail Eden right there. Do we expect more Americans to be released?
Well, we certainly hope so. We're very glad she's back with her family where she belongs, just turned 4. We know that there are other Americans being held hostage. We're certainly going to do everything we can hour by hour to get them released.
How many do we think are being held and what's their condition?
If you're talking about just Americans, George, we think that the population left is somewhere in the range of 7 to 10, somewhere in that range. We know that there were 10 unaccounted for missing Americans. We think that the large majority of them are in this hostage population, but we don't have great fidelity past that.
How about the broader universe of hostages? How many do you think there are right now?
It's difficult to know. I mean, the Israelis count the number at something like 240, 239, 240. We don't really have a perfect picture of exactly how many there are. We have to assume that there are certainly a couple hundred or so. We also have to assume, George, that Hamas isn't holding all of them, that the other groups, potentially the Palestinian Islamic Jihad, for instance, another radical extremist terrorist group there operating out of Gaza, could be holding some. But it's going to be up to Hamas now to track all of them down and see if we can't arrange for their exchange.
Do we have any contacts with the other groups, or are we only working through Hamas?
We are working through Qatar, which has direct communications with Hamas, and that's how this deal was struck. That is how it's been implemented, largely through a Qatari channel to Hamas.
And what more can you say about the targeting of Hamas leadership over the weekend, and what kind of capabilities have been taken away?
Well, this has been the main focus for the Israeli Defense Forces from the beginning, is to go after the leadership, because they really believe if you can decapitate the group, you can certainly degrade in a significant way their capability to plan an attack in the future. And so they've been going after targeting the leadership. They have actually had some success going after some of the leadership, but they still have more work to do. They would tell you, they'd be the first to tell you that they're not done in terms of going after that leadership and being able to decapitate the group.
John Kirby, thanks very much.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.